Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to In the Studio with Magic's Samplitude and Sequoia. In this series, I'm showing you through the amazing feature set contained in Samplitude and Sequoia to aid you through the various stages of your production. Today, we're going to talk about mixing. It's time to push some faders. Samplitude is ideal for mixing, from its sonic quality to its user interface. The industry's only long-throw faders, complete signal path phase neutrality, and of course, latency compensation throughout the entire signal chain. Now, one of the first things you'll notice about Samplitude is the different mixer layouts and skins that are available for it. The mixer can change from a single fat channel style to a more familiar standard digital audio workstation layout, all the way to a modern mixing environment, complete console view. Now, the long throw faders allow you to mix with a mouse like you've never mixed before, while extended meter bridges and complete console views give you the visual aids needed in a professional working environment. Over the last 20 years, Samplitude has built up quite a reputation for high-quality effects. Currently, Samplitude comes with over 30 built-in master quality effects. Let's focus on the ones more geared towards mixing today. The analog modeling suite consists of Amphibia, Amtrack, and Ampulse. Amtrack is a combination compressor and analog tape simulator. The compressor features both a VCA and a vintage FET style compressor. It also has side chaining, look-ahead circuit, as well as a mix knob for parallel compression and auto makeup gain, which is a great option to have in the mix bus. The tape simulator section has a wide tonal palette with bias and EQ points that are fully adjustable and work together to take your audio from hard and dirty to smooth and warm. The vintage FET setting is based on a feedback circuit that gives a smooth and natural sounding compression. It's great on vocals and other elements in your mix that need a smooth and fattening compressor on them. Feedback style compressors are considered more musical and natural and open sounding. An example of a hardware compressor unit that's running using a feedback circuit. Take a look at vintage Neve compressors as well as today's Rupert Neve Design's 5043. Now, the VCA setting is based on the modern feed-forward design, and a feed-forward design gives you a faster, more snappier sound. An example of a hardware compressor unit that's based on a feed-forward design, take a look at API and, of course, DBX. The Ampulse is a transient designer that allows you to reshape the attack and sustain of your audio content. It also contains a top-end enhancer and also has the ability to add harmonic distortion to your overall signal. Amphibia is an emulation of a tube channel strip that contains a fantastic smooth optical style compressor and also a great collection of passive and active EQ curves. The channel strip also has soft clipping distortion and a great section devoted to speaker simulation. Ammunition is a full-featured compressor, limiter, brick wall limiter with soft clip, and this processor is equally at home on a channel or in the mix bus. We're going to dive into this one deeply in our next episode entitled Mastering. Samplitude's vintage suite of effects features a classic analog-style chorus, tape delay, and a full-featured filter unit. All of them contain a wide palette of sounds and are fully automatable, as well as they can sync to the tempo. The Variverb is Samplitude's premier reverb unit, and it's based on the classic and modern reverb units we've all come to know and love. Different algorithms such as plates, springs, rooms, nonlinear reverbs are all available in this unit. From simple use of the presets to designing your own rooms, the Variverb is very musical sounding, so it sits directly into your mix perfectly. The Room Simulator is Samplitude's impulse response reverb unit. It has the ability to play back room response libraries for that real-world reverb sound in your mix. Samplitude also has a fantastic multi-band compressor, stereo enhancer, as well as a de-esser and the new S-Max 11, which is Samplitude's brand new brick wall limiter. That one we're also going to dive into more in the next episode entitled Mastering. Samplitude features many options when it comes to automation. Traditional automation, including volume, pan, and all the parameters of any plugin effect that is inserted onto a mixer channel, can be automated. These automation curves can then be edited, copied, adjusted in real time, set up however you need them to be. You can simply turn on the automation you wish to adjust and then move the screen element or your controller to add the desired automation moves. You can also simply draw these changes directly on the VIP window. Samplitude also works with most all controller formats on the market, and all the parameters can also be assigned to non-traditional controller interfaces too. A great example would be assigning the controls on your keyboard to adjust the parameters on a plugin. Samplitude differs from other digital audio workstations in that through using the object-based editor, most automation moves become unnecessary. Here's a great example for you. We want to add a little bit of reverb to this last line.
These streets.
We want to be able to do this without drawing a bunch of automation. So I'm going to quickly go through the steps for you and then I'll do it. We're going to cut it into its own object. Then we're going to apply an aux send from that object editor.
These streets.
So we want reverb to just gently come into this. So let's cut it, make it its own object. We're going to open up the object editor for it, send a little bit of volume to the very verb that we have in aux 3.
These streets.
But we want it to come in very smooth and very easily near the end of the note. So we'll move the object so it starts in the middle, open up a crossfade.
I walk these streets.
There you go. Let's go through some of the steps of a normal mix session setup. If I'm loading a session recorded on another platform, I can use the manager to load the project's tracks. Then I can choose to have the tracks labeled using the names of the newly loaded audio objects. Therefore, quickly, with one single click, I can label everything and be up and running. I can also import track list using the manager if I've been provided one. You can also import AAF, OMF, and EDL sessions directly right into Samplitude. Each mixer channel has the ability to change the pan law to fit your work style too. Now using the pan editor, I can set the pan law for just one channel or all of the channels on my entire project with a single click. An example would be to set up the mixer to react like an SSL 4000 series to pair up with a Universal Audio 4K channel strip. Here I'm simply setting the track's center channel dampening to a -4.5 dB. Now from the simple to the most complex routing, you can handle it all in Samplitude. Each track can easily be routed to any output or bus. All the buses can be routed to other buses or outputs, either to their left or to their right. You can set up your session to have 1,000 tracks, 64 aux buses, 64 different submix buses, and of course, surround sound output. You can also group track or individual controls for easier control of the elements in a mix. This allows you to create a mix that fully serves your needs. Once your mix is done, it can be run off in many different ways. Simple offline track bouncing or mix to file in real time. Now, surround sound and multi-channel formats are also integrated directly into the system for all of your audio-video needs. From concept to burning the final CD master at the end of your project, Samplitude is a complete digital audio workstation. Now, don't just take my word for it. Go to samplitude.com and download the demo version of this program today. Put it through its paces. And I thank you for taking the time to watch this. Now go make some music.